Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing something very different. I'm going to be making England a brand new Ashes squad. So we're going to imagine that none of England's players can play anymore who have been selected for the Ashes, and they need a completely new 16-man squad. This is the squad that I would choose for them. So I'm going to start with the 5 players that are in the squad but I haven't put in the lineup. And so we've got Sam Cook, who played one test against Zimbabwe last summer, and he has taken 328 first-class wickets at around 20, with an economy of 2.7. I mean, those are just some undeniable numbers, really. I mean, in the test stage against Zimbabwe, he didn't really look that impressive, but I do think he could do a job for England if some of the more quick pacers were out of the lineup. Then I've got Adam Lyth, who has test experience and an international 100. And also, he got the 3rd most runs in County Championship Division 1 this year. His experience is unbelievable. He has almost 16,000 first-class runs, but his age is a bit of a problem. He is 38. Then I've got Ben Foakes, who's played 25 tests, scored 2 tons and averaged 29 with the bat. And also, I would say at the moment, he is the best gloveman in England. He is really good behind the sticks. Then you've got Sam Curran, who's played 24 tests, 47 wickets and 815 runs in them. And in this squad, he's probably played the most international games. He plays a lot of white ball stuff for England, and in his couple of games this year for Surrey, he played in the red ball stuff. He actually did very, very well. And then my last one of the rest of the squad is Saif Zaib. In County Championship Division 2 this year, he's probably the player of the season, taking 13 wickets, but with the main statement being 1,425 runs. It's an unbelievable season that he had. He scored, I think, 6 tons in that season, and he was the top run scorer in Division 2. Before we get onto the actual squad, I'm just going to go through some honourable mentions. So we've got Ben Kellaway, who had a really, really good season in the County Championship. James Coles as well. Jamie Overton, who could be in this squad just for his sheer pace, but I've gone for some more economical and wicket-taking options, I think. Then I've got Phil Salt in there, a bit of an aggressive wicketkeeper batter, could be very useful in the Bazball era. Then I've gone with Josh Hull, who's played a couple of... I think he only played one test, actually, not a couple. He was all right, but he is very, very erratic. And then lastly, I've got Tom Banton in there. He's just a really good wicketkeeper. Scored triple 100 as well in the County Championship this year, but can't really deny that. And then also Farhan Ahmed, who is such a good talent. Would have really liked to see him play a bit more first class and one-day cricket this summer, but instead he was picked up by Manchester Originals and didn't really play very much there, but probably some very good experience for him over there. Anyway, now let's get into what I would choose as my first 11 for this squad. Opening up, I've gone with Hameed and Sibley. Hasib Hameed has averaged 66 this County Championship season, scored 1,258 runs in it, and also his strike rate has improved. At the start of his career, he scored very, very slowly, but he is starting to score quicker, and this year his strike rate was 58. And he has test experience as well. He's scored 439 test runs, including 450s as well, but they were quite a while ago. And despite him not having the best test career, I think he's improved huge amounts since his last few tests. Then the other player I've got is Sibley. I really think he would suit Australia because you just need to bat long in Oz a lot of the time. He was the highest County Championship Division 1 scorer as well, averaging 60 plus. He scored 2 test tons in 22 games that he played and scored 1,042 runs. Number 3, we've got another Ahmed, Farhan Ahmed's brother, Rayan Ahmed. He is a real Bazball option. 75 strike rate this year and 5 tons in 10 county championship games. Has international experience as well. He's taken 22 test wickets at 31. He has come on leaps and bounds since his first few test matches, and I think he could actually be really useful in the top order. Then number 4, I've gone for a real leader, a really good captain, very experienced, Tom Abell. He's been Somerset captain for 8 years and scored 8,000 first-class runs. Also, he's got a bit of experience in Australia with franchise tournaments in the BBL, and he averages 50 plus in the county championship in the last year. Number 5, I've gone with Lawrence. He's got 14 test caps and a 79 strike rate this county championship with over 900 runs. On top of that, he's got a really nice, useful off-spin that we've seen a lot in T20 and more this year in the county championship in the long form stuff. On top of that, he's got huge amounts of Big Bash experience. He's played quite a few years over there, and yeah, I think he would be a really useful number 5 option, sort of a bit of a Brook replacement. I mean, obviously not quite as good as Brook, but he would be very useful. Number 6, we've got our wicket-keeper. I'm going with James Rowe. First class average of 42, and he was one of the county championship's top scorers this year. He was really good. Averaged 45 with a strike rate of 60, and he is a real big hitter. Also, he has Lions experience and great behind the stumps. Number 7, I've gone with Liam Dawson, who has international experience, especially recently in the white ball stuff. He is the kind of spinner you really need in Australia, who will tie an end down and he will keep it in the same area. On top of that, he just has so much first-class experience, 10,000 plus first-class runs on top of 370 wickets. At number 8, I've gone with George Hill. First-class bowling average of 22 and 30 with the bat. He took 51 wickets at 16s this county championship. He is still young, he's 24 I believe, and he is very consistent with bat and ball and starting to become a bit of a leader in that Yorkshire lineup. Number 9, I've gone with Ollie Robinson, a brilliant player. 76 test wickets at 23 is what he's got. 474 first-class wickets. 39 this county championship in sort of what you kind of call his comeback to cricket. He has had a few injuries recently. He has a lot of experience and a decent pace. Probably not quite as fast as you want in Oz, but he is very consistent. Number 10, you've got Dylan Pennington. He is very quick, which is what you need in Australia, and he has 200 plus first-class wickets at an average of 28. And on top of that, he is still very young. He could be a very exciting seamer to have to go and play against Australia. And at number 11, we've gone with another spinner. I know it's kind of spin heavy having Ahmed Dawson and now Jack Leach, but I do think that Dawson and Ahmed, they're mainly used with bat. So Leach, he's England's most experienced spinner, really. 52 first-class wickets at 23 this county championship, which is far and away the best figures we've seen from a spinner in the county championship. And here's 142 test wickets. You can't really argue with that. His averages in tests aren't exceptional, but he's very similar to Dawson in that he will tie an end down, and he is extremely accurate. Anyway, what do you think of this squad? Could they beat Australia's normal squad? I'm not too sure about that. But what about Australia's squad if none of the first choice Australian players made it into their squad? Then what would their squad look like? Tell me down below in the comments. I know the squad hasn't come out yet, but I think that might be quite an interesting thing for me to do next time. I'll see you later. Goodbye.